Hey everybody, it's Luke with Figure Me Out, and today we've got the Marvel Legends X-Men Nightcrawler action figure to look at. Taking a look at the packaging, here's the front. If we turn it over to the side, we've got a nice promotional picture for Nightcrawler. On the back, we've got some another cartoon version of that, which is really cool looking. We've got the read up there. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that now. We've got the other figures in the wave. A lot of words on here. Same picture on the other side. At the top of the box, we have the X logo. It's for ages 4+. I think I'm a little older than 4, just by a hair. But on the bottom, more words and barcode. Let's go ahead and crack them open, take them to the light box for a closer look. Here we're at the light box and taking a look at accessories. First off, we have an alternate right hand. This is a grippy hand, kind of an open one with the 3 fingers for him, and that looks great. For another accessory, we got the left arm here of Wendigo, and that looks pretty good. Got some nice shading on there. We'll take a closer look at that whenever we go over that Build-A-Figure. The other thing we got is there's this piece of paper that was in here. It's kind of interesting. Just is a small parts warning. Warning, small parts. The other accessories that we have, we've got a sword, and this looks really cool. It's kind of a rapier type sword, and it's got some good paint detail on it. It's got the gold at the bottom. Looks like the gold is painted over the silver because there's a little bit of overlap there, but the silver looks really good on here, so it's very shiny. It's definitely a new, unique sculpt. I don't know that we've seen this before in Marvel Legends, so that's pretty cool. Then for other accessories, we've got a couple different heads. First off, we've got the neutral expression head, which is very kind of stoic looking. It's got a good brush to the hair there, nice yellow eyes, and then there's even some shading underneath the eyes. Kind of makes them pop a little bit more, makes them look like they're staring into your soul. Nice little elf ears there. So that's kind of cool. The highlighting on the hair only goes in the front there. I kind of wish it continued over to the rest of the figure, but not terrible. Not too bad. Taking a look at the other accessory, the other head that we have, and we've got this angry face. Looks pretty good. Got the more shading at the top. Still a little bit underneath the eyes. Got a little mouth in there and some little pointy fangs, so that's pretty cool. Again, on this one, the hair is the end of it, and or just the top of the hair is the only one that gets the highlighting on there. The rest of it doesn't, so that's pretty good though. Taking a look at the figure himself, and there's that third face, and this looks really good. It's got the little teeth on the side. It's got that little smirk on. I like this one best, I think, out of all 3 of the heads. Angry head's pretty cool. The stoic head's also awesome, but this one just kind of sells that character for me. I feel like he's kind of a, Kurt's kind of happy-go-lucky, a little bit kind of goofy almost sometimes, but still has that look to him. Just great. Really invokes the character for me. Got the highlighting on the top there, again, not really on the back. Taking a look at the paint on the rest of it, and where it's at, it's almost like this is 2 separately molded pieces. They kind of go over here, so that's kind of interesting. There's not really any paint bleed over there. On the arms, where it is painted, it's not the best paint. Looks like they did a couple different layers, and it didn't quite hit right on that. So, same thing with the other arm. The other arm's a little bit cleaner, but you can tell they painted over black, and that's hard to do because it just never quite looks perfect. Again, not a whole lot on here. Got some numbers on the back. Got the tail here, so that's interesting. And then at the legs is where it really gets sloppy. You can see where they doubled up, and it didn't quite hit just right coming out there. Same thing on the other leg. You can see just a little bit of chipping at the base there, and a little bit where just painting over black is hard anyway, especially with a color like that. And I just now noticed this little scuff or something. I may have done that though. But nothing really at the feet. There are peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and these are unique because they're the 3-toed feet. But let's go ahead and take him out of the light box and take him over to the review station for a closer look at articulation. So let's talk about some articulation. First off, the hand that came in the as the accessory, it is hinged to go left and right, whereas his right hand here is hinged to go up and down. That'll be the only difference, and the heads are about the same on each head, so I'm not going to go over this twice. But looking at the articulation, the head looks up very good. Also looks down really well. He buries his chin into his chest. It looks side to side, no problem, and you get the slightest amount of tilt out of there. Well, pretty good amount of tilt, I guess. At the shoulders, they do go out about, far. They do a full rotation. There's also a butterfly joint in there. It doesn't work exceptionally well, but it is there. You can get a little bit extra back and forth because of that. There's a upper bicep swivel. There's a double jointed elbow. Comes in about, far. At this wrist, it is hinged to go down incredibly far. I mean, he can almost grab his own wrist with how far down this thing goes. It's like a little monster claw. And it also hinges back very well. So, forward and back on that one, looks really creepy. I dig it. On this one, like I said before, it goes down and up, which is perfect because that's his sword holding hand, and that's how you want it to do. Great job, Hasbro. At the abs, they crunch forward, nya amount. They crunch back, nya amount. They have a rotation at the waist. At the tail, it does not have a bendy wire in it, but it is rotatable, and it does look really good, pretty much in any pose. The way that they sculpted that, it actually lends itself to posing pretty good. But it does rotate a full 360 degrees, which is awesome. Waist rotation, legs go out very far, very agile character, so that's good. They kick forward pretty good, I guess. They kick back just a little bit. There is an upper thigh swivel on both sides. There is a double jointed knee that comes in all the way, so that's awesome. No boot rotation, but at the ankles they are hinged to go down all the way. They go up an incredible amount as well. And there is a crazy ankle rocker pivot. For a size comparison, here he is next to a few other X-Men characters. We've got Jubilee, Wolverine, Cyclops, and then the old Toy Biz Cyclops there as well. I can't remember what wave that was from, but he is definitely showing his age at this point. Here he is next to a couple other X-Men characters. We've got Archangel and Forge. Here he is next to a couple of other blue X-Men characters. We've got Beast there on the left, and then we've got that's the newer Beast, and then we've got the Walgreens exclusive Mystique on the right, who happens to be his mother. And mother and son look pretty good together. What do you think? For a comparison across a couple different lines, here he is next to the McFarlane Fortnite Skull Trooper, the Mezco 112 Collective Iron Man, and the Star Wars Black Series Obi-Wan Padawan Edition. And finally, here he is next to the Marvel Select Juggernaut, one of my favorite X-Men figures of all time. So that's him. That's the Marvel Legends Nightcrawler from the new Wendigo wave of Marvel Legends. And I gotta say, I definitely like this guy a lot. He's been living on my coffee table. We've been having a lot of fun with him. He's a coffee table figure. He's gonna go on the shelf eventually. I don't have the old Nightcrawler to compare him to. I wish I did, but I've never owned that figure. I've always wanted to, but hopefully now the price will drop down a little bit. What do you guys think? Do you own the old one? Is this one better? I think it looks better, just from pictures that I've seen. I do kind of wish he had some toe articulation like that old one, but with the sculpt and everything, I think it just looks fantastic. I think this is going to be a highlight for the wave, so if you see one of these guys, you may want to go ahead and grab it. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Hit like, hit subscribe, check me out over on Instagram, Luke_figuremeout at Instagram.com. And in the meantime, happy collecting.